Well, good evening and welcome to Weslaco High School. We are at the Weslaco Panther Baseball Stadium where tonight K-West is bringing you a 31-6A clash between your Weslaco Panthers and the Edinburg North Cougars. 31-6A, we are just about to make the turn. This is the final game in the first round of district play, and both two teams come in with 4-1 district records, tied for second place in District 31-6A. So, of course, the winner of tonight's game will be the front runner as we get set for the second round of district action. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by the cameraman extraordinaire, Vinny Berry, bringing you all the action from tonight's 31-6A clash between your Panthers and the Edinburg North Cougars. Edinburg North will send designated hitter Kenneth Job to the plate as he leads it off tonight. I'll go over the lineups in just a set. On the mound for your Panthers is John Castillo. First pitch is low and away for ball one. Job is going to be leading off, followed by the second baseman, Matthew Gaitan. Center fielder, Argelio Guajardo batting third. Cleanup spot to catcher, Robert Flores. Second pitch is a little outside, and that is ball two. 2-0 count on the leadoff batter, Kenneth Job. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Jacob Baez. Batting sixth, third baseman, Jacob Alvarado. That pitch is outside as well, and that's ball three. So John Castillo falling behind in the pitch count on the first batter, Kenneth Job. Ball four. Four straight balls will put Kenneth Job on first base, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Matthew Gaitan. Batting seventh is the left fielder, Mikey Contreras. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Max Anthony Aguilar. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Johnny Almeida. On the mound for the North Cougars is Michael Ansaldua. We give you the defensive setup for the Panthers in just a few pitches. Bunt is shown. It's fouled off behind the plate. That'll be strike one on the second baseman, Matthew Gaitan. We did mention that John Castillo is on the mound for your Panthers. Doing the catching is Jaden Pettis. At first base is Seth Sanchez. Brian Diaz is at second base. The shortstop is Axel Camarena. The third baseman is his twin brother, Raul Camarena. In the outfield, left fielder Jaden Cavazos. In center, Matt Calderon. And in right, Jacob Cavazos. Nothing in one to count. That one misses. No, they're going to say that is a called strike. Breaking ball on the outside corner. So John falls behind on the first batter and gets ahead on the second batter. 0-2. Takes a peek over to first base. Not a big lead there by Job. Swung on, and it's right back at the pitcher. He catches the line drive, tosses the first to Seth Sanchez, and that's a double play. Great job, great reaction from John Castillo as the ball came off the bat pretty hot, and he grabbed it and hesitated nothing to go to first to double him up. So just like that, we've got two outs. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Argelio Guajardo.
Batting for the Cougars, number 10, Argelio Guajardo.
So two outs here in the top of the first inning. First pitch is fouled back, and that'll be strike one on batter number 3, Argelio Guajardo. Guajardo is the center fielder for the Cougars. That one misses, ball one. So we got a ball and a strike on the center fielder, Argelio Guajardo. That one is grounded to Axel Camarena, and he has a hard time picking that up. So Argelio Guajardo will get on via an error. Let me give you the umpires for tonight's game. Danny Guzman is your home plate umpire, and Joe Hara is on the bases. So with two outs, runner on first base, that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, the catcher, Robert Flores.
Batting for the Cougars, number 14, Robert Flores.
First pitch is low in the dirt for ball one. Good job there by Jaden Perez to keep that in front of him as to keep the runner at first base. That one is in there for strike one, so the count is now even at a ball and a strike. Breaking ball, and that's in there for strike two. That was a great pitch from John Castillo. Slow breaking ball, moving away from the batter. Batter didn't really know what to do with it, so he just didn't swing. So he takes that for a called strike two. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Robert Flores. That one breaks outside, and he does go around. So that is strike 3. So 4 batters come up the bat to get on, but no one crosses the plate. So we head to the bottom of the first. Your Weslaco Panthers hold the Cougars to no runs, and they're coming to bat.
Weslaco ISD All-Day Pre-K, where every child has a unique way of learning. Through fun activities, we encourage your child's creativity and compassion. At Weslaco ISD, our TEA certified teachers provide the highest standard of education along with social and emotional learning. Come join our family and one of the many elementary schools recognized with numerous distinction designations for their academic programs. Weslaco ISD All-Day Pre-K, the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School. We are at the Panthers Stadium where tonight K-West bringing you the Panthers and the Cougars. Panthers coming up to bat. They'll bring Jaden Cavazos, Matt Calderon, and Axel Camarena to get things started off as they held the Cougars to nothing in their first top half of the inning. I am Joe Aguilar bringing you all the action for K-West in this 31-6A clash of 4-1 ball clubs. Michael Ansaldua on the mound for the Cougars. First pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Jaden Cavazos will lead things off for your Panthers. He'll be followed up by Matt Calderon and Axel Camarena. That one is outside, so the count is 1-1. Batting fourth tonight is Seth Sanchez. Batting fifth, Raul Camarena. Batting sixth, designated hitter Elijah Estebanes. Batting seventh, Jacob Cavazos. Batting eighth is Brian Diaz. And batting ninth is the catcher, Jaden Perez. That one is swung on, fouled out of play for strike two. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff batter, Jaden Cavazos. Defensively for the Cougars, as we mentioned just a little while ago, Michael Ansaldua is on the mound. Robert Flores is doing the catching at first base. Jacob Paez, second base is Matt Gaitan, third base, Jacob Alvarado. At shortstop, Johnny Almeida. And Jaden is caught looking, so 1 out for the Cougars, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Matt Calderon. Getting back to the Cougars defensively, in the outfield, they've got in left field, Mikey Contreras. In center, Argelio Guajardo. And in right, Max Anthony Aguilar. Swung on. First pitch is flied up behind home plate. Catcher Robert Flores trying to get under it. He does, and that is out number 2. So it looks like Michael Almeida has collected 2 outs, and he's only thrown the ball 4 times. But, of course, all my stats will be unofficial. This will bring up the third hitter, the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Thinks about that one, but it does catch the outside corner for strike 1. That one is high. 1 ball and 1 strike on the shortstop, Axel Camarena. fouled off. That one is out of play.
Heads up.
Strike two.
Please return all foul balls to the playing field. All foul balls to the playing field. Thank you.
One ball and two strikes on the shortstop, Axel Camarena. That one is way outside. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. That one is swung on. Fly ball to right field. Max Santi Aguilar grabs that one to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Michael Alzaldúa. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on. We head to the second inning. You're enjoying Weslaco Panther baseball right here on K-West.
Talk to your counselor about CTE courses that provide academic credit in science, math, English, fine arts, and speech. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for CTE.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School Panther Baseball Stadium. K-West bringing you Weslaco Panther Baseball. We are just about to get underway in the second inning. We played one, no score here by either ball club.
Jacob Baez.
So we'll kick it off in the second inning with the first baseman, Jacob Baez. Baez looks at that one for strike one. So Castillo opens up with a fastball. That one breaking for strike two. Fooled up Jacob Baez as he saw that one coming right down the middle. Then all of a sudden the bottom just dropped on it. Didn't know what to do with it. That one just misses outside for ball one. You could hear the crowd not liking that call, but nonetheless, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the first baseman, Jacob Baez. That one is called strike 3, so John Castillo buckles him up 1 pitch and then strikes him out with that same breaking ball, but this time it's a little more inside. So that's the second strikeout of the night for John Castillo, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Jacob Alvarado.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 15, Jacob Alvarado.
That one misses for ball one. Strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jacob Alvarado. Breaking ball fouled out to the right side. That's out of play. So the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So here's the 1-2. That one swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 strikeouts now on the board for John Castillo. So that's 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Mikey Contreras.
Not bad for the Cougars, number 7, Mikey Contreras.
Mikey looked at that one, and that's a strike. That one misses a little low, so the count is even at 1 ball and a strike. Swung on, and this one is into right field. Jacob is behind it, and it goes over his head and to the fence, and it looks like Mikey's going to round second, and he's just going to dig in and stop. Looks like he had ideas of going to third, but Coach Rick Valdez said, I don't think we're going to send you that way because that kid in right field, he's got an arm. That's the quarterback for your Panthers as well as the right fielder, and he threw 2 guys out just the other night. So there's a lot of respect for the arm in right field. So Jacob gets it in, allows 2 bases for Mikey, and that's going to bring up Max Anthony Aguilar. That's the first hit of the night on either ball club. That one's outside for ball 1. That one's in the dirt. Ball 2. Good job there by Jaden Pettis to keep that in front of him. When it had a lot of spin on it, gets by you, that's a lot of trouble. Here comes the 2-0 with 2 outs. Swung on and missed for strike 1. That one catches a corner for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Max Anthony at the plate. He's the right fielder for the Cougars. Breaking ball. They're going to say that's a little low. So the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one is swung on down the right field side and looks like it's going to drift out of play, and it does. So the count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Max Anthony back in the batter's box. So we'll do 3-2 all over again. That one, breaking ball low in the dirt, so that'll be ball 4. Second walk allowed by John Castillo. So we got runners at first and second, 2 outs, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Johnny Almeida.
Batting for the Cougars, number 1, Johnny Almeida.
Castillo steps off the mound. Maybe needs to reset his focus. Swung on down the third base side. That one rolls foul. Almeida is the shortstop. That one misses outside, so that'll be ball 1. 1 ball and a strike on the shortstop, Johnny Almeida. Third baseman Raul hugging that line because that first pitch, he took it down the line. This one's right at the shortstop. One hopper to Axel, and he'll toss it over to Brian Diaz for the third out. So we had 1 hit, 1 runner walked on, 2 batters left on. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score between the Cougars and the Panthers.
Weslaco ISD graduates receive more than $4 million in college scholarships, including dozens who will play college sports. More than 900 received a certification and are ready for the workforce or continuing their education. Over 400 honor graduates will have opportunities to study at top-tier universities. And we are proud of our scholars graduating from medical school, law school, business school, and Ivy League universities. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for high school and beyond.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School Panther Baseball Stadium. K-West bringing you this 31-6A clash between the Cougars and your Panthers. We're about to get underway in the bottom of the second inning. Still no score between the Cougars and the Panthers. Leading it off here in the bottom of the second is the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. On deck is going to be Raul Camarena, who will be Elijah Estebanes. First pitch is outside for ball 1. That one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes on the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. Swung on and he hit deep to left, and that one is out of here. Seth Sanchez opens up the second inning with a blast to left field. Mikey Contreras, all he could do is just turn around and look at that one go over his head and out of the park. So Seth Sanchez kicks off this second inning with a home run, and now your Panthers are up 1-0. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Raul Camarena. Raul Camarena bats from the left side of the plate.
Third baseman, Raul Camarena.
A little low and outside for ball 1. Swung on, and that one is driven to center field, and it drops for a base hit. So Raul on first base with a hit to center field, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 20, Elijah Estebanes.
Estebanes looks at the first one, high and outside for ball one. Raul's going. There's a throw, and he's in there standing up. Good wheels on Raul as he just takes off, and he doesn't even worry about sliding. He gets in there standing up. Pitches a ball, so the count is 2 balls and no strikes on the batter. The designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes. That one is swung on, driven to center field in the gap, and the center fielder cannot catch up to it. That one drops, makes its way to the fence, and Raul is going to round third, come home, he'll score, and Elijah trucking, going head first into third base, has himself a 1 RBI triple. And your Panthers are now up 2-0. Three straight hits off the bats of your Panthers. A home run from Seth Sanchez, a single from Raul, and a stolen base. And then a triple from Elijah. And now that's going to bring up the right fielder, Jacob Cavazos. In the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Wild pitch, and that's going to bring in Elijah Estebanes, and now your Panthers are up 3-0. First 3 batters that Castillo has faced here in the second inning have all crossed the plate. So now the bases are empty. Nobody out for Jacob Cavazos. Swung on, and that's a foul. 1 ball and 1 strike on the right fielder, Jacob Cavazos. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Jacob hits that one right to the second baseman, and that gets through his legs, and that's going to be an error. So Jacob is at first via an error. Matthew Gaitan looked like he didn't need to go anywhere, but did shuffle a little over to his left, and I guess that maybe he got his cleats caught in the dirt. I have no idea, but he just could not field that ball, and that'll put Jacob Cavazos at first base. So with nobody out, a runner at first, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Brian Diaz. And there goes Jacob. He slides in, and he's got a stolen base. So the Panthers have stolen second twice here in the second inning. That one misses, a ball and a strike. on Brian Diaz. Swung on, and this is a high fly ball. It looks like it's going to be the shortstop, Johnny Almeida, that's going to grab that one, and he does. So that is the first out of the inning. So with one out, a runner at second base. That'll bring up the catcher, Jaden Perez.
Now batting for your Panthers, catcher, number 32, Jaden Perez.
Al Saldua running Jacob back to second base. That one is swung on and fouled back for strike one. Jacob going for third base, and he's in there, so Jacob has 2 stolen bases. That's 3 here in the second inning for the Panthers. One ball and 1 strike on Jaden Perez. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Runner at third. Your Panthers have plated 3 runners already here. That one in the dirt and outside for ball 2. So here comes a 2-1. Swung on, fouled back. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. That one is in the dirt. The count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the catcher, Jaden Perez. There is 1 out here in the bottom of the second, and we do have a runner at third in Jacob Cavazos. Swung on and driven to left. Mikey running over, and he catches it on the run. Jacob tags, and he'll easily score. So that's 4 runs for your Panthers here in the bottom of the second inning.
Up to bat for your Panthers.
And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Jaden Cavazos. Jaden struck out looking his first time up at bat tonight. Swung on, fouled back for strike 1. That one misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jaden Cavazos. Swung on, fouled back, strike 2. So Jaden taking some good hacks here in this at bat. That one's inside, ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos. Low and outside, the count is now full. So we've got a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Panthers taking on the Cougars. Payoff pitch, fouled in the dirt right there in front of the plate. So we'll do it all over again. So here comes the payoff pitch again. That one misses inside, and Jaden is on for the first time tonight. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Matt Calderon. Matt's 0 for 1 tonight. Big pop-up here behind the home plate. He does have 2 outs here in this bottom of the second inning. Ansaldua going to first. His ball club does have a lot of speed, and the guy at first base, Jaden Cavazos, is one of those kids with a lot of speed. That one's a little high for ball 1. Panthers already have 3 stolen bases here in the second inning. And Jaden's going. And they're going to say they got him. So good throw by the catcher, Robert Flores, to Matthew Gaitan, and they get Jaden Cavazos at second base. But not before the Panthers bring across 4 runs. We head to the third inning. Panthers are up 4-0. Welcome back to Weslaco Panther baseball field as your Weslaco Panthers taking on the Edinburg North Cougars. They are up 4-0 as we head to the third inning. We go back to the top of the order for the Cougars. Kenneth Job will lead it off here in the top of the third inning. He is a designated hitter for the Cougars. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Didn't record an official at bat as he was walked the first time up. And then he was doubled out on that line drive to the pitcher. That one swung on, foul ball down the right field side. Seth running over. Can't quite get his glove on it, so that'll be a foul ball for strike 1. Seth doing a good job hustling all the way down to the fence, and that's a lot of area to cover. This baseball field is pretty open when it comes to the field and its dimensions. So we've got 2 balls and a strike on Kenneth Job. That one is swung on right up the middle, and Brian intercepts it right behind second base in the grass. but that'll be a base hit. Brian did a good job hustling over there and just able to get his glove on it, knocking it down. So we'll give that one a hit. And that's going to bring up Matthew Gaitan. Matthew is 0 for 1 tonight, as he lined out to the pitcher his first time up. And, of course, that was the beginning of that double play. Takes the first one for ball 1. Swung on and missed. Runners going. That ball gets beyond the infield into the outfield. Matt Calderon backing it up there, and he'll just throw it right back in. So Kenneth Job has himself a stolen base as he reaches second. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Matthew Gaitan. That one misses high for ball 2. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Matthew Gaitan. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Great pitch there by John Castillo as he got Matthew Gaitan reaching for that one. And that's the 4th strikeout for John here in the ball game. So we've got 1 out, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Argelio Guajardo. Guajardo got on first base his first time up on an error. Breaking ball swung on, fouled back for strike 1. Looked like Job was going, so that'll just send him back. No one on the bag. Job slides in. Brian Diaz is back there. Here comes Coach Valdez. Wants to talk to the umpire on the bags, Joe Hara. I don't think he liked the move. Maybe looking for a balk. But kind of hard to call that when the pitcher's turning around. So that was to no avail, so we'll get back to live action. 0-1 on the batter, Argelio Guajardo. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Runner at second. That one is inside for ball 1. Breaking ball swung on. That one gets between the shortstop and the third baseman all the way to left. The throw to home is not in time. Now the throw to second. That one's not in time. So the Cougars get their first run of the night on a double off the bat of Guajardo. So with one out, runner at second base, that'll bring up the catcher, Robert Flores.
Batting for the Cougars, number 14, Robert Flores.
That ball was hit hard, got to Jaden pretty quickly, but Job was running at the crack of the bat, and we saw him steal second earlier. He does have some wheels, so he was able to get home. And as the throw was coming home, Argelio was on his way to second. Didn't hesitate, made that turn, and was on his way as he anticipated that the ball would be coming home. First pitch misses for ball one. So 1-0 count on Flores. That one is swung on. It's in the air. Looks like Camarena is going to get under it, and he does for out number 2. Axel Camarena had to move a little bit to his left, not much, but that ball was hit high in the air, and there was plenty of time for him to get over about 2 steps that he had to make that catch. So 2 outs here in the top of the third, and that'll bring up Jacob Paez. Jacob struck out looking his first time up at bat. Swung on. Axel picks it up on the run, throws it on the run, and he gets it to Seth, and that's out number 3. So a great job there by Axel Camarena to scoop that one up on the run and toss it to Seth for the third out. Cougars get 1 run on 1 hit. No, 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the third. Your Panthers lead 4-1.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the Valley, WISD is the right choice.
Welcome back to the Weslaco Panther baseball field as K-West brings you this 31-6A baseball clash between your Panthers and the Cougars. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Your Panthers are up by a score of 4-1. Starting it off here in the bottom of the third is going to be the center fielder, Matt Calderon. That one misses inside for ball 1. Swung on, and that is a hard hit ball down the line, and that'll be extra bases for Matt Calderon. He rounds second and gets in there standing. So a leadoff double for your Panthers, Matt Calderon. Quick bat, hit the ball hard down the line, and he was off to the races. So that'll bring up Axel Camarena. Axel popped up to left his first time up.
Up to bat for the Panthers, number 24, Axel Camarena.
Breaking ball hits right up the middle. And Matt's on his way home. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close. Catcher can't hold on to the ball, and he's safe. And Axel, in all that chaos, is running the third. So a good throw from Guajardo. Matt in there. Axel running to second, sees that they're going to begin to argue the call, and very smartly runs over to third, and he's in there. Coach Valdez comes up to see if he can get an interference call. What he's claiming from what I can see from his body language is that Matt may have elbowed him or something, or kept his elbow, or kept him from moving. I'm not quite sure, but there's something to do with his forearm and elbow.
Up to bat for your
But
Panthers,
again, that
number
one goes
46,
nowhere.
Sanchez.
So the play stands with Matt scoring and Axel going into third. That's going to bring up Seth Sanchez. Seth Sanchez homered to left his last time up, or his first time up, excuse me. And that ball was out of here, no doubt. And not sure there if Altaldua wants to pitch to Sanchez. Seth thought about it, and they're going to say he did go around, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. That one's in the dirt. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike on the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. That one is outside. That's another wild pitch, and Axel Camarena will come in easily. So 3 balls and a strike is the count on the batter. Did he go? No, he did not. So they're going to award him. No, now they're going to say, yes, he did go around. So the count is now full. Breaking ball inside for ball 4. So Seth is on board on a walk. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Raul Camarena. Raul singled the center his first time up, stole second base, and scored.
Batting for your Panthers, number 8, Raul Camarena.
First one is swung on, fouled to left, and that one's going to go out of play. Strike 1. That one misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the third baseman, Raul Camarena. Breaking ball misses high and outside for ball 2. Swung on, hit hard up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Raul. So back-to-back base hits in his first 2 at-bats to center field. So we've got runners at first and second, nobody out. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Elijah Estevanes. Estevanes had a triple his first time up.
Now Panthers, number 20, Elijah.
He also
Estebanes.
scored. Panthers lead 6-1. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Estebanes takes that one for strike one. He is hit by the pitch, so he'll take first base, and that's going to load them up. So with the bases loaded, that'll bring up the right fielder, Jacob Cavazos. Jacob reached on an error, stole second and stole third and scored.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Jacob Cavazos.
That one in the dirt outside for ball one. That one misses ball two. 2 balls and no strikes on Jacob Cavazos. Here comes Coach Valdez. He's going to have a few words with his pitcher, Michael Alzaldúa. So they're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on K-West.
At Weslaco ISD, our elementary schools are diving into new and inventive methods of learning that are transforming lives one mind at a time. Our innovative learning practices have earned our elementary schools numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic programs. Now with open enrollment, WISD, academics, arts, and athletics. For families everywhere, Weslaco ISD elementary schools are the right choice.
Welcome back to Panthers Stadium after a quick timeout. Coach Valdez has a few words with his pitcher, Michael Alzaldúa. Think everything is okay, so he'll stay on the mound. 2-0 pitch misses outside, so the count is now 3 balls and no strikes on the batter, Jacob Cavazos. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Jacob looks at that one for strike one. Swung on and hit deep to left field. Mikey Contreras grabs it on the run, and Seth Sanchez is going to tag up and score. Because the ball was hit so hard and Raul and Elijah did not advance. So that's the first recorded out of the inning. Runners at first and second. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Brian Diaz. Here comes Coach Valdez again. And I believe this time he will make a pitching change. So as he goes out to the mound, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD all-day pre-K, where every child has a unique way of learning. Through fun activities, we encourage your child's creativity and compassion. At Weslaco ISD, our TEA certified teachers provide the highest standard of education along with social and emotional learning. Come join our family and one of the many elementary schools recognized with numerous distinction designations for their academic programs. Weslaco ISD, all-day pre-K, the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School Panthers Stadium. Your Weslaco Panthers taking on the Edinburg North Cougars. K-West bringing you this one. Coming from timeout, we do have a pitching change. Kenneth Job now on the mound for the Cougars. He replaces Michael Alzaldúa here in the bottom of the third inning. Runners at first and second. First batter he is facing is going to be Brian Diaz. Strike one. Ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Brian Diaz. Brian Diaz popped up to the shortstop his last time up, which was in the 2nd inning. Takes that one for strike 2. Breaking ball misses just a little bit high, so that's 2 balls and 2 strikes on the second baseman, Brian Diaz. That one misses, so the count is now full. So here comes the payoff pitch. That one right up the middle. Looks like Almeida's going to pick it up on 1 hop. He touches second base for out 1. Flips it to first for out number 2. So that's a double play. Great play there by Almeida. The Panthers bring across 3 runs in the 3rd. They extend their lead 7-1. We'll be right back.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco Panther baseball field. K-West bringing you this one between your Panthers and the Cougars. We head to the 4th inning. Your Panthers are up 7-1. They brought across 4 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. John Castillo on the mound for your Panthers. He has struck out 4 here tonight. Leading it off for the Cougars, Jacob Alvarado, swing and a miss for strike 1. That one fouled back for strike 2. Breaking ball. That one is right at the shortstop, just a little too high. Axel trying to time that one, and he almost was able to get it. He just couldn't get high enough. So that's in there for a base hit. So the runner at first base, that'll bring up the left fielder, Mikey Contreras. It's only the 4th hit allowed by Castillo tonight. That one misses, so 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Mikey Contreras. Fouled off. Strike 2. So here comes the 1-2. Did he go? They're not going to contest that, so the count will be even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here's the 2-2. Swung on. That one's high in the air in the infield. Axel Camarena is going to call everyone off, and he'll take that one for out number 1. So 1 out, 1 runner at first base. That'll bring up Max Anthony Aguilar.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 9, Max Anthony Aguilar.
Max Anthony walked his first time up, was thrown out at second on a grounder from Johnny Almeida to end the inning. First one is in there for strike 1. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and a strike on the right fielder, Max Anthony Aguilar. Strike 2. That one catches the outside corner, so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Castillo has found a sweet spot on that outside corner. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. That one had a lot of movement on it. And Max Anthony tried to get out of the way, but that ball was coming right back at the glove of Jaden Perez for strike number 3. So we've got 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Johnny Almeida. Again, that outside corner, Cougar batters just don't like it, but it's getting there. Home plate umpire Danny Guzman calling those consistently. Swung on. That one gets over the head of Brian Diaz into center field. Calderon grabs it quickly, tosses it in. That's a base hit for Johnny Almeida. So we've got runners at first and second. We head to the top of the order. And that's going to bring up Kenneth Jobe. Kenneth Jobe began the game at the designated hitter position, but last inning came in on relief for Ansaldúa, so he's now doing the pitching. Breaking ball, a little low, ball 1. Swung on, that's a high fly ball. Camarena going out, but Calderon calling him off, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. Nobody coming across here in the top of the 4th inning, so we head to the bottom. Score still your Panthers 7, Cougars 1.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
We are back at Weslaco Panther Baseball Stadium. Your Weslaco Panthers taking on the Edinburg North Cougars. Both teams coming in at 4-1, the last game of the first round of district play. Both tied in second, right behind Edinburg Vela. We begin the bottom of the fourth inning with Jaden Pettis at the plate. He is the catcher for your Panthers. Kenneth Job is on the mound. Pettis looks at first pitch for ball one. Pettis popped up to left field his first time up. That one is outside, ball two. That one is in there for strike one, so 2 balls and a strike on the catcher, Jaden Pettis. That one is outside, ball three. Jaden very patient at the plate. Had a full count his last time up, and now he's 3-1. Now he'll get on a walk. Looked at where the ball was headed, and he may have thought, if I hustle, I might get to second. But he just content on jogging to first, gets his free pass to first base. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, Jaden Cavazos. Jaden struck out looking his first time up, got on via a walk, was thrown out attempting to steal second base. Jaden takes the first pitch for strike one. Runner is going, and that one's fouled back. So 0-2 is a count on Jaden Cavazos. Swung on, fouled down the third base side of the field. Jaden trying to go opposite field on that one. Had he been able to sneak that one down the line, that would have been extra bases. Maybe even an RBI. But we'll do 0-2 all over again. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Runner going. That one is hit hard. That one gets by Almeida. And we got runners advancing. Ball was a little off. And just off enough to cause Alvarado to bobble it. And Pettis slides in there safely. Jaden Cavazos with a base hit. So with runners at second and third, nobody out, that's going to bring up Matt Calderon.
Batting for your Panthers, number 11, Matt Calderon.
Matt had a pop-up behind the catcher his first time up at bat. A double, and he scored his second time up. Chance here to drive in two with a base hit. A lot of speed on the bases. Swung on. That one is hit hard into the gap, and it's going to fall. So that'll bring one run across, but that ball was just hit too hard to score both of them. Because that ball got to Mikey Contreras really quick. So we've got runners at the corner, still no outs, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Axel, his first time up, flew to right field. He too doubled in the third inning and scored. Swing and a miss for strike one on the first pitch thrown by Job at Axel. Jaden's going, and that one's fouled back, so he'll be sent back. So no balls and 2 strikes on the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Seth Sanchez on deck. Pick-off attempt by Joe, but decides he's not going to throw the ball. That one is in the dirt, strike 3, and that's going to be a strikeout wild pitch that will allow Axel to get on first base. Because of the wild pitch, we will get a runner that scores. I was just corrected. We did have first base occupied because Jaden didn't steal. He was sent back on the foul ball, so the strikeout will stand. So that'll bring up Seth Sanchez with 1 out and a runner at second. There goes Jaden to third. And he's got a stolen base. That is Matt Calderon. Jaden just scored. So that is a correction on my part. So Seth Sanchez at the plate, 1 strike on him. Swung on and fouled down the right side, out of play. So nothing in 2 on the batter, Seth Sanchez. That one is outside. Another wild pitch. Gets away from the catcher. And Matt Calderon will come across easily. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Seth Sanchez. That one misses outside, evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on, caught him on the inside part of the bat. Going to be fouled off to the right side. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Catcher's going to go have some words with Job. Remember, Seth knocked one out of the park earlier, and I think he wants to remind Kenneth Job that this guy's a dangerous hitter. So here we go. We'll do 2 and 2 again. He gets him for strike number 3, and that's an out. Got him looking, catching the outside corner. Maybe that's what Flores went to talk to him about. So with 2 outs, nobody on, that'll bring up the third baseman, Raul Camarena.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 8, Raul Camarena.
Swung on and fouled back for strike 1. Swung on, that's a bouncer up the middle. Shortstop comes across, but he cannot get there in time. And Raul is on, and we'll give him a hit. Two outs, runner at first, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes. So the 5 and 6 slot, left-handed batters. So Job having to face back-to-back lefties here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one gets away from the catcher. And that's a passed ball. Umpire says it's a ball. So 1-0 count on Elijah Estebanes. Swung on, fouled back for strike 1.
Other way. You got 2 on you now. Let's go.
Swung on, hit towards the second base side of the field. Gaitan picks it up, tosses it to first for out number 3. So we had 3 hits, 3 runs come across, 1 runner left on. We head to the 5th inning. Your Panthers up 10-1.
Weslaco ISD all-day pre-K, where every child has a unique way of learning. Through fun activities, we encourage your child's creativity and compassion. At Weslaco ISD, our TEA certified teachers provide the highest standard of education along with social and emotional learning. Come join our family and one of the many elementary schools recognized with numerous distinction designations for their academic programs. Weslaco ISD, all-day pre-K, the right choice.
We are back at Weslaco High School Baseball Stadium, home of your Weslaco Panthers. Your Weslaco Panthers taking on the Edinburg North Cougars. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Your Panthers lead 10-1. Great pitching performance from John Castillo. John Castillo will face Matthew Gaitan as we begin the 5th inning. On deck is Argelio Guajardo. In the hole, Robert Flores. Coach Hada having, Umpire Hada having a couple of words with Coach Serna. Guess whatever they need to discuss got hashed out with no issues. Because we're back to live action. So Castillo comes out for the 5th inning. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Castillo's only allowed 5 hits. Swing and a miss for strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Gaitan. That one hit to Brian Diaz. Brian picks it up, tosses it to Seth Sanchez for out number 1. So that'll bring up Argelio Guajardo, the center fielder.
Batting for the Cougars, number 10, Argelio Guajardo.
He reached first base on an error in the first inning, doubled in the second inning. That double scored Kenneth Job. Swings at the first pitch, and that's strike 1. John's got a nasty off-speed pitch. Cougars have had trouble with it all night long. That one is fouled out to the right side. That is strike 2. That one is hit hard up the middle. Brian Diaz playing right behind second base, but a little too deep to catch the speedy Guajardo. So that's his second hit of the night.
Batting for the Cougars, number 14.
Little shift
Robert
there by the
Flores.
Weslaco Panthers. So that'll bring up the catcher, Robert Flores. Robert Flores is 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out his first time. Popped up to the shortstop his second time at bat tonight. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Runner is going. Swing and a miss, strike 2. They're going to say that's foul. So they'll send him back. Nothing in 2 is the count on Robert Flores. Pickoff move to first. Just trying to keep him honest there. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs here in the 5th. Runner at first, and that's going to bring up Jacob Paez.
Batting for the Cougars, number 12, Jacob Paez.
That's a 6th strikeout for Castillo. Strike 1. Runners going. That one is fouled back. So both times that Guajardo's tried to steal second, the ball has been fouled back. So he'll have to come back to first again. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Paez. 2 outs here in the 5th. That one misses outside. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains 1 ball and 2
Please return
strikes.
all foul balls to the playing field. All foul balls to the playing field. Thank you.
Breaking ball hit to the shortstop. Grabbed there by Axel Camarena, and a long throw to first. Seth Sanchez gets it on 1 hop for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Score still your Panthers 10, Cougars 1.
Talk to your counselor about CTE courses that provide academic credit in science, math, English, fine arts, and speech. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for CTE.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium here in Weslaco. K-West bringing you Panther baseball. The Panthers taking on the Cougars. Bottom of the 5th inning, just about to get underway. Your Panthers up 10-1. Jacob Cavazos will get things started here in the bottom of the 5th. Got on first time up via an error, stole 2nd and 3rd, and scored. This time he grounds out to the pitcher and is put out at first base. So that'll bring up second baseman Brian Diaz. Brian is 0 for 2 tonight. Fly ball to the shortstop his first time up. Grounded out to the shortstop his second time up.
Up to bat for your Panthers, number 6, Eddie Castillo.
We've got a pinch hitter for Brian Diaz, and that's going to be Eddie Castillo. That one is outside for ball 2. Ball low, so the count is 3 balls and no strikes for the pinch hitter, Eddie Castillo. Draws a 4-pitch walk. So he's on first base, and that'll bring up the catcher, Jaden Perez.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 32, Jaden
Runners going. Throw is off target. So Castillo is in at second easily with a stolen base. Five stolen bases by your Panthers tonight. One ball and one strike on the batter, Jaden Perez. Swan gone. Almeida, two hopper, first base, that's an out. Castillo will advance to third base. We do have two outs in the inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos.
Batting for your Panthers, number 3.
Jaden is 1 for 2 tonight and a walk. He scored once. Swings at the first pitch. It's a slow grounder in the direction of first base, and the pitcher tracks it down, tosses it to Paez for out number 3. So no hits here in the 5th inning, no runs. We head to the 6th. Panthers still up 10-1.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School Baseball Stadium, home of your Weslaco Panthers. We are heading to the 6th inning. Your Panthers are up 10-1. Leading it off for the Cougars is number 15, Jacob Alvarado. Jacob is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled his last time up. His first time up was struck out. First pitch is low for ball 1. That one is hit to left field for a base hit. So leadoff runner is on, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Mikey Contreras.
Batting for the Cougars, number 7, Mikey Contreras.
Swung gone. That one is fouled back. It's going to be out of play. Strike 1. In the dirt, ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Mikey Contreras. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batter calls for timeout. They grant him timeout. Breaking ball just missing for ball 2. John's been able to find that outside corner most of the night. Was hoping to get a good call there, but that one just a little outside, so the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one's fouled out to the right side of the field. The count will remain 2-2. Swung gone. That one is going in the direction of Axel. A slow grounder. He comes up, grabs it, pulls Seth off the bag, but Seth with a great job of reaching out and making the tag. So with 1 out, and on that play, Jacob Alvarado advances to second. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Max Anthony Aguilar. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out looking his last time up. Looks at the first pitch for ball 1. That's going to be ball 2. Swung on, fouled back for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike on Max Anthony Aguilar. That one missing outside. The count is now 3 balls and a strike. Not a lot of wind here tonight. Last couple of weeks we've had a windy evenings. Today it's kind of calm. Real nice night for baseball here in Weslaco. That one misses for ball 4. Runners at first and second, 1 out. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Johnny Almeida.
Batting for the Cougars, number 1, Johnny Almeida.
Swung on. That one is in the direction of Diaz. Diaz on 1 hop, picks it up, tosses it over to Seth Sanchez for out number 2. That one was a floater. And with the runner at second and Brian trying to keep him on, had to come a long ways to get that one. But nonetheless, he was able to do so and record an out.
Batting for the Cougars, number
We
8,
do have runners at
Kenneth
second and
Joe.
third. 2 outs. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Kenneth Job. Looks at the first one, ball 1. Job is 1 for 2 and a walk tonight. He also has a stolen base.
Heads up.
That one's fouled back for strike
Please
1.
return
1
all
ball and
foul
1
balls to the playing
strike.
field. All foul balls to the playing field. Thank you.
That one is hit up the middle. Brian cheating over, tosses it to first. That is out number 3. So we had 1 hit, no runs, 2 runners left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your Panthers lead 10-1.
Number 11.
Welcome back to Weslaco Panthers Stadium as we get set to kick off the bottom of the 6th inning. We did have a pitching change for the North Cougars. Now on the mound, Max Anthony Aguilar. He is the 3rd pitcher to come in tonight for the Cougars. First pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 1. Leading it off for your Panthers is going to be the center fielder, Matt Calderon. That one misses for ball 2. He takes that one for strike 1. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Matt Calderon. In the dirt, ball 4. Matt Calderon will get on first base for the 3rd time tonight. So that'll bring up the shortstop, Axel
Now batting for your
Camarena.
Panthers, shortstop number 24, Axel Camarena.
Big lead there by Calderon. Aguilar quickly goes over to first. There goes Calderon. Throw is off target, so he's in there easily. Slides head first. He's got himself a stolen base. That should be the 6th stolen base for the Panthers tonight. Swung on, fouled back, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike on the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Camarena. That one's fouled back, out of play. 1-2 on Camarena. Here comes the 1-2. That one is in the dirt. Count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung gone in the direction of Almeida. Almeida bobbles it, able to get it, toss it to first for out number 1. Not sure, because Calderon ran right in front of him, that it maybe caused Almeida to take his eye off of it for just a split second.
Batting for your Panthers, number 23.
But nonetheless, he's able to recover quick enough to toss it to first base. Seth Sanchez at the plate. Had a homer his first time up. And they're going to put him on first base. You haven't already heard the news. Seth will be playing for the Vaqueros. So we've got runners at the corners, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Raul Camarena. Devin Hanks will go in and run for Sanchez.
Up to bat for your Panthers, number 8, Raul Camarena.
Camarena is 3 for 3 tonight. He's hit the ball hard. He also has a stolen base, and he scored once. Hank's back in time. Swung on, fouled away down the left field side. Strike 1. Tried a little fake to third, going to first move, but Hanks was waiting for that one. Bunt is put down perfectly. Long run by Aguilar. He tries to grab it and toss it to first, but it is high and outside. Run comes across, and that'll cause a 10-run rule limit. So the final is your Weslaco Panthers 11, the Edinburg Cougars 1. 10-run rule in the 6th inning by your Panthers. Once again, the final score, your Weslaco Panthers 11, the Edinburg North Cougars 1. Your Weslaco Panthers improved to 5-1 in district play. Stay in second place. Edinburg North Cougars dropped to 4-2. For Vinny Berry, I am Joe Aguilar saying good night for K-West from Weslaco Panthers Stadium, where once again your Weslaco Panthers are victorious. They win. Final score 11-1.